started. Welcome, everyone. Good morning. It's Monday morning for everyone who is here. All right, let's get started. Alternating lunges backward, reverse, and up. It's not a lunge, it's a step. That's all. You're just stepping back, getting started easy here. And up, back, and up. Now, let's start getting into it just a little bit more. Take that back leg, bend the knee just a little bit more. Front knee stays over the laces of the shoes, over the ankle or laces of the shoes. No farther out than that, though. As you go down, push back up through the front leg to bring you back up again, and drive up like that. Like that. You can take your time with it, too. It's like a single leg squat, kinda. Up, back, opposite arm, opposite leg. I try to do that. I really do. My right arm ends up going back for most of them. So each time you go, see if you can get back, whoa, just a little bit farther without tipping over to the side. Down and up. All right. As you go back, as you come down in that lunge, arms down, right straight in front of you. We're going to walk back up into a good morning, arms up over the head, and alternating legs, step down, step forward, go down, arms down. And up. I'm not going backward. Let me try that again. There we go. Oh, this is way too complicated. Front and back at the same time. Step. And up. Didn't think about this when I wrote this. How hard it would be for the first exercise. One more time. Down and up. I got to start out easy for my brain. Out to the side. Step. Arms up overhead. Shoulder blades back. Exhale. Coming back in. Other side. Out and up. And back. Start taking little deeper breaths as you go. You want to get as much rotation or as much movement through the shoulders as you possibly can. Again, possibly. Meaning for your body, for your shoulders, what is the right distance to come up? It may not be all the way up over the top. That's okay. Up and back. One more time. And in, let's go to heels toward the butt. It's a butt kicker, but you don't actually have to kick it. It's okay if you don't. Just make sure the knee's pointing toward the floor as you do this. So, like that. And up. However high up your heel comes, doesn't matter. If you need a chair, hopefully you have one right by you there. You can use it to hold on to as you do this. And remember, you want to start working on just using the chair for support only, not to hold you up completely. Just where you need it. All right, arms up. Keep going with the butt kickers. Bring the arms down into diagonal, rolling the shoulder blades together, stretching the chest, warming up the muscles between the shoulder blades. Exhale as you do the work. So as you're contracting the muscles, bringing everything together, this is where you exhale. And then back out again. Always stop at the end of range of motion. So you get the shoulders back, foot's back. Just hold for one count. Just come to a full stop is all you've got to do. Make the muscles work to hold you in place and then to re-engage. That balance for that 1 second on the single leg or whatever we do is so important to get those muscles stronger. It's a way to get just a little bit more out of the exercise itself. Down and down. Skaters. Starting out, just bring that foot around. Hips don't move. We always start with just the skaters instead of going into a curtsy lunge because I want to make sure that you've got those hips pointing forward the whole time. And then the arms. Swing them across. Alternating which hand is on top. I can do that one. Once I get going, I'm good with that one. Back and up. Because everything's going side to side. Makes it so much easier for me. Back, up, back, and up. Like that. Shake it out. Step out to the side and bring it back. What we're going to do is we're going to take a weight shift out and bring it back in. So there's two things you can do. You can do a touch or you can do a step out and back in again. Right now we're doing this, putting the weight between the legs where your base of support is, right in the middle of it. And up, out, and up. So get used to that shifting of weight side to side. And, you ready? Elbows up into a fly back, and up. Elbow fly. Together. Out. McFly. Roll the shoulder blades back together as tight as you can get them. As you come forward, bring the arms as far as you can. Again, up to you, up to your body. How far you can get back, how far forward you can come. Not everybody can get the elbows together. I'm one of those that can't. 10 years of trying, and I still can't get it. And we're good. Knee up. We're going to go into a slow motion step march if you want. Again, we start out slow because we want to make sure that the toes, knees, hips, and shoulders are all pointed forward. That's the most important piece first. Second is heel first, ball of the foot, toe. Just like you're walking, controlling the movement up, full stop, and down. How high you bring the foot? Up. Doesn't matter. Up. It's what you are comfortable with. Again, if you've got a chair, you can hover the hand over the top of it. It's there for support so that you do not have to worry about falling down. It's not about falling down. It's about you worrying about falling down. If you're concerned that you're going to from a movement, there's a really good chance that you're putting yourself in a lot more, you have a much better chance of falling because you're just nervous about it, or you're not able to do the exercise because that's all you're thinking about is the balance. If you put your hands over the chair, you can just think about these movements. Foot flat on the floor, knee bent just a little bit. Okay, bring the arm into it, rotate just the shoulders. So we worked on keeping the knees forward. That still is in play here. So we bring the shoulder girdle around, stretching out the upper back, getting rotation through the middle of the spine. Where it's at, that's where it's at. Where it's at, where it's at. Rotation happens in the middle of the back. Really concentrate. It doesn't matter. You can bring the knee up just a little bit. Put the hands down here. You don't have to bring it all the way up. What you're really concentrating on is keeping that knee and toe forward. And then that 1 second that you're on that single leg, other option, ball the foot or the tap the toe, kickstand, then up and right back down again. Just to get used to that single leg. Oops. And back up. I oopsed. And, all right, heel up, opposite hand, opposite heel. See if you can keep the leg on the same side instead of bringing it all the way over to the hand. So try to keep it up. Rotate the shoulders. Don't turn the entire body. It's rotating the shoulders as you bring that foot up. I couldn't find it. Up. Proprioception. Knowing where our body is in space. I didn't know. And up. Tap. Again, falls prevention. Huge. You need your body to know if you're starting to tip to the side. It needs to know so the brain can correct immediately. All right, front to back. 4 count each. 3, 4 heels. 1, 2, missed it again. 3 and 4. Up. 2, 3, and 4 to the back. One more time. 2. So we're starting in the front. Moving to the back means you've got to change your momentum. You got to change your body weight. Core's got to work in a different direction. Out we go. Squat. Back up. Step in. Other side. These are smooth moves. As you're coming up, you're starting to bring the heel up. As the butt's coming up, heel's coming up so that everything hits up on the top at the same time. Same as going down. Bending that knee as the butt's coming down. As your bottom is going down. And back up. Really work on just this nice smooth move. And up. Other side. Down. And up. Forward lunge. We're going to do a little swim here forward. As you step back, bring the arms back. Other leg out. And back. I forgot to go back. Out. And back. There we go. Do it like this. As long as I do it right. If not, just do it right. And up. That's one of those things. We're supposed to, as instructors, always get it right. Yeah, doesn't work that way for me. OSHA was one of them. and back. I tried though. I tried really hard. And back again. But I'm always working my brain at the same time. What are we doing now? We're doing a plie squat, feet out. Toes out, heels in. This is a big time glute and inner thigh exercise. So you're pushing the butt back on this one. Knees are going to go forward just a little bit over the lace of the shoes. Roll the hip forward first. When you do, don't roll it forward by pushing the knees out farther. Roll it out by pushing the hips forward and then right straight up. So if you get too deep, knees are going to go way out on you or they're going to collapse. One of the two. Come up just a little bit before you roll that hip underneath and then push up. You want to feel it through the inner thighs, outside of the hips because they're pulling the knees out, and then the glutes as you drive up through the heels of the feet, back half of the foot. And up, down, and up. Stay down. Stay right here. 4 count pulse. Punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and up. Still working on those hips. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll underneath. Push. Feet flat on the floor all the way through it. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, it's really easy. These muscles are really tight on the inner thighs. As you're coming up, it brings the outside of the feet up. Don't let that happen. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can't prevent it, walk the heels in just a little bit so you can come up to the top. Staying in alignment, ankles and heels, or ankles and knees, these things right down here. The ones that are connected to the shin bone. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know that song. One more time. Down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Shake that out. All right. Remember that thing we did right here? And I said there was another way to do it? We're doing that. Tap. That other thing. Just tapping. So as you pick that foot up, you get your body right over that single leg, your base of support, and the other foot taps out. Out. Again, stay here, and then bring it in, if that works better for you. So toe comes up, and then bring it in. Out, and in, out. A little more challenging. We're going to step out and back in. Out. Taking that foot, see if you can keep it off the floor as you go to the side. If you can't, you can't. You work toward it. It's something that you try to achieve at some point in time. Not everybody can do every balance exercise. Out. Out. I'd love to be a gymnast. They're incredible. The control they have over their bodies is unbelievable. Out. Out. Let's make that more fun, shall we? This is more fun. Down. Up and out. Bring it in. In the squat. Come up. Balance over that single leg. This is where it's really important that you have that smooth movement. If you're coming up and you start lifting that leg at the same time, everything hits at the top, you're balanced, and back down again, and up. And down. This is my hands doing that. That's up. And everything hits nice and soft on the way down. So you're thinking about, as the hands go down, that slow motion. All of the body's doing the same thing. One more time. Up and down. Stay in the squat. Working the quadriceps here. Tap out, tap in, out, and in. Noticing a little bit of cardio in here? Heart rate up just a little bit. That's what we want. Get the blood flowing, get the oxygen going through all the parts of your body. All those parts. Tap out, tap in, tap out, tap in, out, and back. Come on up. Let's take a break. No, you have to keep going, though. Knees over the ankles. Push the butt back. Roll the hips in. So you can start taking some deep breaths in here. A little deeper, pushing the stomach out, getting that diaphragmatic breathing. You want to make sure you get the diaphragm down, get the air deeper into the lungs. Down, butt back, roll the hips, and bring it up, out to the side. Shoulders come down right toward the floor. And bring it back up. I pointed the other way, and up. Push. Foot's flat on the floor, stays flat on the floor. See if you can walk the feet out just a little bit more as you start to warm up these inner thighs. Any stretch in the inner thighs, done. No deeper, no wider. Out and in. Too easy to pull an inner thigh groin muscle. Don't want you doing that. Out and back in again. All right, back in the crouch. Back in the crouch. Side steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back. Remember, we worked so hard at the beginning on making sure the hips stayed forward. Same here. Don't let yourself turn as you do this. Stay down. Back has to stay straight, though. Don't do it like this. All your weight is forward here. Plus, you're hurting your lower back. So you want to be shoulder blades back in that upright position, 1, 2, 3, or in that neutral position. And you only come down as far as is comfortable for you. You do a few of these, you start to get tired, just bring it up a little bit. Take some of the work out of the quads. When you work those big muscle groups really hard, make you breathe heavier. 2, 3, 4, back. 3 and 4. All right. Ready? Around, tap, and back. So we do that. We take one where we work the heart just a little bit harder, and then we slow it down. Interval training. Heart rate up, heart rate down. But even when it goes down, it stays elevated, just a tad. Up and back. So as I was learning about HIIT exercises, studying them, and it showed HIIT exercises. As you get older, your heart rate doesn't come up as high, but that's okay. But you still want to get it up as much as you can. Heart is a muscle. We want to exercise it. So many benefits cardiovascularly. So much going for it. Can also increase your oxygen use more efficiently. Around, up, and back. Back to the cardio. Out, step, kick, step, kick. How far back you go, how far down you go, really up to you and where you're at right now. And that's one thing they did when I was studying that. They talked about, offer 3 options: tap, or just out, whatever works for you. But the one they didn't talk about that's really important, if you get tired, if you're just really panting, you go right here. Stop the exercise. Other side, back. Just keep moving. But let that heart rate come down if you feel like it's too much, if you're sweating, if you're having problems talking. Not because your brain doesn't work, but because you're exhausted. Take it easy. You can stop doing the exercise anytime. All this is about is movement, so we can get the heart rate up. You can do any movement you want to make it happen. Out, back, out, right here, out wide. Knees come up. Try to stay on that single leg just for a little bit if you can. So don't just pick up and march back and forth quickly. It's up, slowly, stabilize over that stationary leg, and then go back the other way. That may not work. Tap the toe. Always go to kickstand. If single leg doesn't work for you, get a foot down. Again, I don't want you worried about your balance, that you're going to push yourself over, that you're going to push off too hard or not enough. Don't do that. Just bring the foot down. This is cardio. This isn't balance. It's a good warm-up, though, isn't it? Huh? Over and tap. Up. So whatever you can do. Again, you're not turning the hips as you come to the side. They're always forward. Always, always, always. Any of that rotation through here, it doesn't strengthen up the muscles to keep you forward. So when you pick something up, there's a really good chance you might twist. And that's just a problem for the back. All right, we're done with that. I can't breathe. Let's go. Let's drink water and then grab 2 weights. Grab 2 weights. That was the cardio part. So I have a list of things that HIIT exercises are good for. I like to tell you, you don't have to listen if you don't want, if you just want to be here to exercise, but by alternating short periods of moving a little faster and recovery, you're practicing the same patterns you use in everyday life: walking up a hill, carrying groceries, hurrying across the parking lot so you don't get hit. The goal isn't about going all out all the way. The idea is that you're just doing enough to get that heart rate up, and then you can let it come down again, which is going to make you have a lot more endurance. So you're going to be able to walk a lot farther or run or whatever you do, or pickleball longer. All right. For those who pickleball. And if you pickleball, come visit us at our Wednesday afternoon class. Curls first. This public service announcement was brought to you by elbows right next to the torso and a little bit away if you can. Up, nice and slow. Stop before you get to the top. Stop before you get to the bottom. Full stops. These strength exercises and stopping the motion, really important. Every muscle has to work to stop that weight from coming down, especially when you've got gravity pulling. Same back up. Full hold. And then you have to re-engage against gravity, which is much harder than just bouncing up and down. So you're working those muscles a lot harder. Not that for bulky muscle, but for that more density in the muscle to make it stronger. Sinewy strength, where the muscle doesn't get bigger, but it gets thicker, which is what we need, because sarcopenia, which is that muscle loss as we get older, it's in the density of the muscle. So that's what we need to get back. Dense muscles also protect the joints, the bones. They're a shock absorber. Up and down. I'm chatty today. Up and back down. One more time. Bring it up and bring it back down again. Whew. All right. Step touch, out, side lunge, bring it back. Just what we did before when we did that weight shift. Good option on this one. If this is a problem for you, stepping out to the side, being able to do it slow, first off, if you can, just make that move a lot smaller. And then go into a hip hinge. Butt back, knee stays over the lace of the shoes at the farthest, and back in. If you can keep it as close over the ankle as possible. And remember, you don't want to twist the torso as you come down. You want to come right straight down toward the floor. And up. Out. And up. And back. Don't have to be big. You don't have to go down very deep. Just get the side-to-side movement. Think about it. Weight shifting out, you have to stop it. And then bring it back to the middle. This is just keeping your balance if you start to stumble sideways. Out. Strengthening up all those muscles to do that. Out. And back. One more each side. Lift. And right. And back. Combo move. Step up. Two ways you can do this. Come out to the side. Curl. Back up. And down. Other side. Step out. Go into that curl. Down and back to the middle. Or, if you're able, as you're picking the foot up and stepping out, go into the curl, working front to back at the same time you're working side to side and balancing on one leg. And chewing gum, maybe. Back and down. Up to you, whatever works. Whichever one works for you. This is the important part of the exercise. Out to the side, weight shift, curl front to back, and coming back in again. Out. Stabilization. Working the brain in two different directions. Multiplanar. Out. Up. And curl it. Bring it back in. Again, it's up to you. If you can do that curl, maybe give it a try. Real small. Just pick up the foot. It's another way you can do it is just pick up the foot and do it single leg. See if you can do that first and then work into this. Always modifications that you can do. Small, and oh my gosh, make the movement smaller. That's one way to do it. A little less weight is always a good way to do it. Out, curl, and down. Add it backwards. Curl, and back down. Whew. We got that one. Side arm raises. Start out, elbows bent, up on the sides, and back down. I have one arm that is only going to go part way up, but this one will go okay. And down. Up. And back. So even though I have that torn rotator cuff, I still want to try to do as much as I can to keep it strong, keep all the muscles around it strong, to stabilize the shoulder. Up. At least that's what my doctor says. All right, too easy for you? Extend the arms out. And in. Out. Again, it's up to you. This is your modification. How far down you go with that weight. Try to go full range of motion and bring the weight in if you can, instead of going way out and only being able to get it up part way. Because when you get to the top, you want to be able to come to a full stop and then back down again, and not all the way to the leg. Up, 3 seconds left. Not a lot of time. Up and back down. You ready for reverse lunges? Back, little weight there. You're going to push up through that front foot and bring the other leg in. Modification on this is keep it as small as you need to be able to pick that leg up, so you can feel yourself pushing through that front leg instead of being so far back you have to drive off that back leg. We want all the muscles in the front leg to be doing the work here. Don't let the knee go forward. Back and push up. And maybe as you do this, you're feeling a little more comfortable. Maybe get down a little deeper with it and then push up through the heel. I say heel, back half of the foot. And so it's kind of a shortcut to say push through the heel. But anytime I say that, I'm talking especially from at least the arch back. Hey, hey, we're the Archies. And up. My heart went bang, shang-a-lang. Remember that? Back and up. One more time. Okay. There's a way we can put those two together. You'll notice we're going to the side and back. Working two planes here. So you're going to step back in that reverse lunge. Arm up. Bring it in and down. Other side. Just concentrate on one arm as you do this. Don't worry about both of them. Step back and out. Try both ways. Try opposite arm, opposite leg. See which is a little more challenging for you, if either one is. Then do that one. Not if it's not possible to do. But try it both ways. Same arm, same leg is a little more challenging because you take away your base of support underneath that side, and then you put weight out to the side at the same time. Out and up. And back in. Don't forget about that front leg doing the work. I forgot about it. Up, back, and up again. If you want, one way to do this is leg back, arm up at the same time. And bring it back in. The idea is just notice the difference when you do an exercise in a different way. Just notice what's more challenging. Same exercise, it's just there's little changes you can make to make it just a little more challenging without just having to go to more weight. All right, here we go. What are we doing? Single weight. Single weight. Single weight. Arm up. Elbows bent. Keep the elbows as close to the body as you can. We're going to bring it into the middle, hand off, and go to the other side. Really important on this one, working the core. This is a huge core exercise, not just shoulders, because you want to follow that arm around. That's where the weight is, or lean off to the side. You want to stay right here in neutral as you reach across and out. Because I'm sure when you're carrying stuff, you need to change hands every once in a while. It's really good to have this movement down, but it's a great core exercise. Back, middle, out. Take your time. This movement can be as small. The other thing is bend the elbows if you need to, but still get the whole arm to turn out. So don't just do a rotator exercise where you just come out like that. Roll the entire arm back. And you're there. Hold on to one weight. We're going to go out and push back again. So forward lunge, forward hoe. Back leg does the work. Front leg, just along for the ride. Up, and it comes back in again. To get that foot up, that front foot up, you're weight shifting back into the back leg, then lifting up. If you go too deep on this, the toes are just crammed into the floor, knees way forward, and then if you come back with the weight there on the front half of the foot like that, or in the toes especially, it causes all kinds of problems. You always want to come back to the heel on a forward lunge and step back. Out and back. You got this down. You got it down. Put them together. A little more fun. Step it out. Reach. And bring it into the other side. Opposite leg. Notice. Front to back, side to side. Yup. You're going to be so smart when this is done. You're going to be your reaction time is going to be incredible. Back and up. Really, when we do these regularly, that's what it's for. It's a huge piece of that. 2 directions at the same time. Works the muscles a little harder. Core's got to work quite a bit harder, but it also works the brain to get going in 2 different directions. A whole lot more signaling has to go on. And in, out, and in. And last one. And back. Grab a drink of water. Grab a drink of water. That is an order. That is not a request. That is an order. Two weights. Two weights. Up near the shoulders. So you always want to keep upper arm somewhat parallel with the floor. It doesn't have to be exactly, but just don't let this happen where the arms are all the way down. Shoulders aren't doing any work down here, or very little. Get them up here, next to the head. Keep the elbows bent at a 90. This right here is a great option if you have any problems getting the weight over the head. So you've got that modification right here. Otherwise, you just come up as high as you can. Palms in is safest for the shoulder because that's a neutral position. When you roll out to the outside, you stretch your muscles across the front, and then you try to go up at the same time. That's kind of hard. It's up to you. Whatever works for you. All right, you ready? Let's go. Up. And back. Take it slow, take it easy. Up, full stop at each range of motion. End there. Come back down, fight gravity. Nice and slow. Stop when the upper arms are parallel with the floor. Full stop each way. And if that full stop is hard, especially on the top, this makes you really unwieldy. You kind of weight's way up away from the body, has a tendency to pull you one side or the other. So you want to be careful of that. If that's happening, don't go up as high. Push up and bring it down. You got time for one more. And back. Okay, when I say you have time for one more, remember, I do everything by time, so you do as many as is right for you. If you want to go slower, if you want to take a break right here, shoulders are getting really tired and just want to idle here for a little bit, that's perfect. Doesn't matter how many. We don't do 12 or whatever in 30 seconds. That's not the goal here. All right, legs wide. We're going to go out to the side and back up. So last time we did it, it was step out and step back in. This time it is just wide set, feet solid, and we're just going to go down to the side and back up, butt back, shift weight, push through that foot flat on the floor. Again, this is the modification for a dynamic side lunge, is you just do a weight shift. One of these. Butt back, knee over the ankle. Push up. And up. You got that down, right? All right, here we go. Up here. So go to the side and then come up in the middle. Down on the other side. Upper and lower body work together. Arms are going up as that knee is extending. And back down. You always want to try to work upper and lower body together. It is so much safer for your body. When you're lifting, you're not using any one specific set of muscles. You're using upper and lower body. Every muscle you can get into, any type of movement. The better the movement is, the easier it is, and less chance of getting injured. I'm learning that too. It's taken a long time. Up. If this doesn't work for you, weights right here. That alone is a pretty good workout. And up. This is just icing on the cake. A little extra there. And last one. And up. Arms down. We have time for one more. We are going to do. What are we going to do? Good question. Wait a minute. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Split squats. There we go. I couldn't read. The font just keeps getting bigger every year, I swear, on my board there. I got to keep making it bigger. All right. Down. Roll the hips. Come on up. So you're down. You come down. Back leg. Knee stays over the ankle on the front leg. Back leg, that knee comes forward, but the weight is on the ball of the foot. Don't put the foot so far back that all the weight is in the toes. It should be on the ball of the foot only. Toes are there for balance. I can't stress that enough because so many people, when they get into a split stance like this, they say they can't do these because it hurts their knees. And it's usually the form, and it's usually putting weight in the toes that does it. Up. Or can be one of the things that really cause that to happen, I should say. And that's why it's so prevalent in lunges, because we always push off with the moving leg. And that's not what the exercise is for. So you notice I'm going down a little deeper with each one. I don't start going deep. Muscles aren't stretched out enough. Down, roll it up. Other side. Roll and lift. Coming down. Roll the hip underneath. Back chain does the work right here. Up. Knee comes back, squeezing the muscles in the hamstrings and the glutes. Calf muscles lift the heel. But remember, you're also pushing through that front leg. You want to keep your body upright. So not lengthening the knee out, but just coming underneath, pushing right straight up through the heel. So we get into those quadriceps. We want as many muscles as possible for each one. We've only got an hour. That's like hardly nothing. Nothing. Up, down, roll, and up. See, that's why a lot of you take like 3, 4, 5, 6 classes a day, because you like to keep moving. All right, here we go. We're going to take with that back, out, in, and forward. Go into a stagger step. Over that front knee, shoulders are back, back stays straight. Out with the arms. So all you're doing, it doesn't matter how far you come out. The important thing is that when you bring the weights in, they're coming right straight in toward the torso, not up toward the ceiling. You want to bring them in. And you can do that even with the weights down low. So that part doesn't matter. This is all front of the shoulders, the higher you pull it up. That's not our main muscle group here. We want to do the upper back and the triceps, back of the upper arms. Out. In. You comfortable with this? Got that. Back. The farther down you go, the more challenging this is because gravity becomes more of an issue here. This is where your modification comes, how high up you come, where those weights are. Just make sure you're squeezing the shoulder blades together as you bring the weights in. No movement through the trapezoids at the very top of the back. Out, in, and down. Together, all together now, as the Beatles would say. All right, we're going to alternate legs. Back, out, in, and bring it back to center. Step back, split squat instead of that. Lunge, out, roll the hips, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hamstrings. Elbows back, extend, in, underneath, lifting that heel up, and you're there. Back, elbows back, arms out, in, out, and bring it up. Split squat right here. Out, in, roll the hips, and then push to the front leg. Again, add the movements together, upper and lower body, so that as you're doing these, you're shifting weight from front to back. Core has to work a lot harder here. Body has to feel what balance is. Back. Squeeze the glutes and hamstrings as you come back up. Last one. Out. And we're there. You can set your weights down because you don't need them anymore. We've graduated to the floor now. And water. Don't forget water. That's one of those checklist items we have to remind you to drink water because it is so important. Energy comes from that water. Excuse me. Everything comes from it. Keeps the blood flowing so it doesn't get thicker. Lower back on the floor. Hold it down. So start getting into the exhale, working the core even harder. Squeeze the glutes. That helps bring that lower back down to the floor. And then squeeze the lower abs, pushing harder. Remember, if you can't touch the floor with the lower back, get something underneath there. You want some stabilizer back there, some sort of stabilization for that lower back. But you really want to start making sure that you're getting those lower abs engaged because you're going to need them in just a little bit. All right, shoulders up off the floor into a crunch. You can go ahead and stay in the crook position. Take it a little easier. And down. Be careful on this one. So it's really easy to push the stomach out as you come up. You always want to be contracting those muscles in the core, just like you're making a fist. Again, I need to stress, everybody says it's pulling the stomach in, and it's not. It's taking those muscles and just tightening them up. And then holding there. Another thing this prevents against on roll-ups or sit-ups, like a lot of people call them, coming up, we get to the bottom and we have this jarring move to get us back up again, and that is so hard on the back. That's where crunches are so much better for you. And honestly, curl-ups are a lot harder to do, to come up, keeping the back rounded as you come up. All right, where do we go next? Where do we go from here? One leg extended, arms out to the side. This is a new program. This is the first time we've done this one. We're going to take that extended leg. Again, modification, how close the foot is to the torso. Little circles without the lower back moving. That's why your hands are out in a T. Get that lower back down, squeeze the lower abs, squeeze the glutes as you do this. Feel all the muscles that are engaged. Loosen everything up. See how the back comes up off the floor, how the hips tilt from side to side as you're doing this, the muscles that relax. And now bring the lower back down to the floor, squeeze the glutes, and then do it. Feel how much more stable that is, where you don't feel that rotation. If you do feel your hips going from side to side, make the circle much smaller, and then back the other direction. Toe doesn't have to be pointed, whatever's comfortable for you. I just always point the toe, but you can do whatever you want. As long as you're rotating that leg. Other side, same thing. So, one thing I need to warn against there. I had the leg extended all the way out, so I was hyperextending the knee. I had that little, it was going backwards, knee was locked in. When I let go, I could feel that in my knee, so make sure you've got a little bend in the knee always. Lower back's on the floor. I was talking to my daughter this weekend. I was giving her a hard time because in one email she sent me one time, she goes, "You're getting fragile. You're getting old. You got to be careful." I said, "No, I just have to be more aware of what's going on." Because I'm getting more fragile. I was giving her a hard time. Stop calling me fragile. So modification on this one, if you want to make it a little more challenging, is either anytime you're doing anything on the floor, if the hips are twisting side to side, get your arms out to the side, use them to offload some of that work that the core is doing, and then start walking your hands in closer to the torso. And that's your modification from a full wide set. Now the core is having to work harder the more you bring the hands in. If you're here right next to the butt, then not having any problems at all, then you can bring them up off the floor and try it that way and see if you can get it. Smaller circles. So try it the hardest way, or the most challenging way, sorry. And then just make the circle smaller. But make the core do all the work if you can, if you've got the strength there to do that. All right, here's next. Bring the leg in. Squeeze for right now. That's it. Hip flexors working. You feel the hamstrings and glutes stretching on the back side. Other side, same thing. Bring it in. Squeeze it. In. And you're going, this is an exercise. This is, though. One leg's extended. You bring other leg in. Squeeze it. Relax. Out just a little bit. Bring it back in. Go a little bit at a time here. Out. And in. Modification where the foot is on the other side. If you bring it in really close to the butt, you've got a lot more stability. Start walking it out farther. The core has to do a little more work. Just make sure that lower back is flat on the floor, not twisting. Out. You also modify by how far out you go with that moving leg. Out. Bring it in. Squeeze it tight. And back out. And if you're comfortable with it, just go into a reverse. So a reverse crunch is squeezing those lower abs. As soon as that knee gets in, tuck it as hard as you can, squeeze the lower abs at the same time, and you'll feel that pelvis come up just a little bit. Tailbone comes up off the floor. Lower back is still there, but the tailbone comes up. It's working the hip flexors and the lower abs. Other side, second verse, same as the first. Out. I'm Henry the Eighth, I am. So start out easy. Don't go all the way out with that leg. And start walking the other leg out once you're comfortable. And just find that perfect place where you can still keep the lower back on the floor. You can still get that tuck in, and you're not twisting the torso. Tuck is where you have to be really careful, because then you will roll out to the side because that leg's not on the floor over there for a brace. And out, grab on to the back of your thighs. Or wrap a towel around it. Remember, always bring a towel to class. Belt, sash, whatever. Something. We're going to up, extend at the knee, bring it back down. How high the leg comes up is totally dependent on your hamstrings. So is the well-being of your back. If your hamstrings are loose, or I shouldn't say loose, if you have more flexibility, more stretch through the hamstrings, it takes pressure off the spine, off the pelvis, off the spine. It lets it do its job instead of hamstring muscles pulling. Up and back down. Keep going. Don't quit yet. Don't quit. Don't stop. That's right. Exactly. Believing. Okay. Next. Whew. 1 foot down. We're going to go out, tuck, extend, and out. So you're going to bring it in a tuck. Extend at the knee. Back in. And out. So 2 things we can do with this move. 2 good things. Up, back down, and out. You should feel that upper leg working really hard. Hamstrings, quadriceps are really engaged there, so is the lower back and the front of the hips. So what we're going to do is, let's start with this first. Go into a side crunch. So you're rolling the shoulders to the side. Exhaling, squeezing, feeling the muscles. Remember, pull that shoulder blade down. Don't twist the hips. Don't let the legs swing from side to side to make it easier so you can come down the middle. Feet stay flat on the floor. Knees stay in alignment with the shoulders or with the hips. Stay on that same side. If you're comfortable with that, remember, another piece. Shoulders come up toward the ceiling as you do this, not chin to chest, looking at the floor. You shouldn't see your feet. You shouldn't see the floor. You should be looking up at the ceiling. I'm looking at a diagonal. I keep the neck straight, and that's the key. It's not holding your head up, looking right up at the ceiling, because you're putting all sorts of stress on the neck. Neck stays straight all the way through this. All right, here we go. Extend the one leg out. Tuck. Side crunch. All right, leg out, extend it, and now go right straight up. Not touching the toe. All you're doing is reaching just a little bit more, getting those shoulders up just a little bit higher, and then back down and out. So it's tuck, modified bicycle right there, and then extend the knee and go up. So we're really focusing on just that one side right now. Out and knee is in alignment with the hip. Don't forget that. Up. Upper and lower. So right here, we're working the upper abs heavily, lower. But this is really working into those obliques on the side of the torso. You come back down, you extend the knee up. Now we're working upper and lowers. A lot more. Let's do the same on the other side. Starting out, let me flip here. Make sure that you're taking, let's do this first. Make sure we've got that side crunch first. So knees are straight, pulling that shoulder blade down. Looking up at the ceiling, feeling the muscles work on the outside, above the hip, below the ribs, on the outside of the torso. It's that shoulder blade pulling it down. Makes so much more, makes such a difference. Extend that leg out. Bring it in, modified bicycle. Shoulders back, extend at the knee, raise up. Leg out, leg in the tuck. Knee extension and toe reach. Squeeze, rotate. And then up. And down. Okay, good job. Next. We're not done yet. What are you thinking? Hands on the sides, because we're going to bring both feet up off the floor. To start out, so to get warmed up for this one, bring one foot up, a little bit of a tuck, not real hard, and then bring the other foot up. Use the hands if you need to keep the hips from turning. Back down and back down. Keep the heels in toward the butt until you get warmed up here. Each time you do this, you can start to get just a little more tuck into it, squeezing the lower abs. Remember, feet down slowly. Tap one, tap the other. Whenever you're ready, you can start bringing both legs up. If you can. This may bring your back way up off the floor when you try to lift both legs up at the same time. Don't do it then. One leg at a time. Get the same thing. You're up here. This is where all the action happens. Right up on top. Again, where the action is. Squeeze. And back down. One leg, two. Walk the heels out just a little bit. Again, start out with that march. If you're not twisting, see if you can get the hands up off the floor. If you are twisting, keep the hands on the floor. Just try to move the palms in a little closer to the torso. So the idea is we're working the core. We want to try to offload as much work as we can, or make the core do the most work, not offload into another body part. All right. If you're able, with that extended leg out, those legs extended, try seeing if you can bring both of them up. If not, bring the heels in. What you have to be able to do, the real key on this one is as you drop the legs, you need to keep that lower back on the floor as you come down. If you come down slowly and that back just keeps getting higher and higher, walk the feet in. You always work right on the edge where it's challenging, but you can still do it, because that's where you're going to get the strength And you'll be able to do it just a little bit more each time. Or over time, I should say. And one last time. And down. You can always do what we did before with both legs, where you extend it out. Wherever the strength is for your core, that depends on it. Everything is dependent on that. Bring it up. Bring it in for a tuck. Squeeze. And then back out again. A lot of lower ab strength is needed for that. So if you don't have it, don't do it. Arms up overhead. Back of the hands against the floor. Oh, we don't have time for that. Okay. Sit up. Sorry. Got you all excited about one more exercise. You're like, oh, are you serious? Come on, let's do it. Shoulders back. If I go late, I get in trouble. Mindy's a slave driver. Roll around. And back, other side. Not that Gene wasn't a slave driver as well. Slave driver is the wrong word. I guess expecting me to do my job really shouldn't be considered slave driving. Yeah, no. They expect me to do my job well. All of us. All of us'ns. All right, grab a drink of water one last time. We'll stretch out to finish it up. You make me work so hard. Why do I have to do my job? Butt back, knees over the ankles, push it out. Stretching out the hamstrings. Right there. Whatever works for you. Muscles are warmed up. You can get a little more stretch out of them. So you take a deep breath, exhale. Coming down, you can come down a little deeper if you don't feel any more stretch in the back of the leg. You should feel that same amount of tension on the muscles, even if you come down a little deeper. If it's getting more, back up. Feet out wide, we're going to eat the inner thighs. Stretch it out. So when we did those circles with the foot on the floor, that was a great inner thigh exercise that we miss. Every time you bring that leg in, you're using those muscles on the inner thigh to tighten up to bring that leg in. And up, fingers intertwined, palms to the ceiling, shoulder blades are back. Deep breath in, side bend. Roll it out. Deep breath in, feel the stretch through the rib cage. Feel the lungs open up, feel the ribs stretch out. Other side, same thing. Ear on the inside of the upper arm. If you can get it there, if you can't, it doesn't matter. What's important is that, let's go from this side. Ear and the shoulder are in alignment. That way the spine's just doing one thing, it's bending off to the side. Bring it back up. Shake that out, right straight down. Roll the shoulder blades back so you can get the upper back. If you collapse right here, we're just tightening these muscles up and keeping those muscles in the back stretched out. We go there normally anyway. What we want to do is open that up. And relax. Right out front. Now we're going to get all the way through the shoulder blades. Out as far as you can get. This one, what you have to do is roll the shoulder blades forward. That's where the real work is. That's where the action is. Deep breath in. Feel the stretch through the back of the rib cage. So we did the sides. Now we're doing front and back. And bring it down. Shake that out. Step out to the side. Skaters, bring it around. I've never done them at the end before. This is the first time. It's a great stretch for the arms. Something to do with the legs. Go slow, but make sure. Small moves, slow moves. We're cooling off here. We want to get the heart rate down. But we do want to stretch the muscles out and around. All right, now step out. Arms up overhead. Deep breath in. Stomach out. Exhale, coming back to the middle. Other side up and out. Arms over the top, wherever is comfortable for you. Bring it back in, bring it down. We are done. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. And I will see you again next week. Come back.